Taylor is on the phone for a second date today, and if Taylor can't score a date with the dude that she wants to call, I'm pretty sure that I will be scheduling a man date with him.
Whoa,
Really?
Yeah.
You like him already that much?
Sounds like he and I have similar interests, that's all I'm saying, because they met at the salon. I don't know what sort of service he was getting, but I spend a lot of my time in salons, and been looking for a bro to do it with me.
Well, I will say your cuticles are top notch.
Thank you very much. So, Taylor, you've got some competition if you don't get a second date, okay?
Okay.
She sounds scared.
All right, your email says that you met the dude at the salon. Was he working there?
No. He was also getting a pedicure. We both were.
Oh, now I want to meet him even more. Even more.
Were you lucky enough to get a chair next to said man's chair?
Yes, we were sitting right next to each other.
Oh, that's a lot of time to get to know somebody.
How did that happen? Did you guys did he show you something in his Us Weekly that he was checking out? Yeah. They always have Us Weeklies.
He was just sitting there. I found him attractive, so I initiated a conversation. I just told him, I don't see a lot of guys in here.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he pampers himself, and once a month he gets a pedicure.
Really?
Then he said, maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so he threw it out there. He wanted you to know immediately that he was single.
Yes. So then we got a little flirty with each other. He said that he liked my feet, and then I told him I like his lips.
What? Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you went for by the way, that's the one place where I think it's okay when you're starting to flirt with someone to just be like, I like your feet. If you're getting a pedicure. In any other situation, it's creepy, for sure.
Yeah.
But you went straight to his lips. That's definitely going to tell him, hey, I'm down to kiss you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was.
Okay, I like
All
your
right.
style. So who asked who out?
He did. He invited me to his house for dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That same night or?
That same night, that little did I know, I was the main course.
Whoa.
It got hot
Now
in
I'm
here.
uncomfortable. I don't know. That went fast.
See,
We moved
suddenly
too fast.
every dude that's out there real men don't get pedicures. Now they're all on the phone frantically trying to book an appointment.
I never understood that anyway. It's just your feet. Why wouldn't you want to have nice feet? Man or
Seriously.
women?
It seems weird to me.
And ladies love nice feet.
Yeah.
And dudes' feet are usually terrible. So even if your feet look
True.
halfway okay, they're like, wow, he takes care of himself. So anyway, back to the point. It sounds like you had a really nice date with him.
Yeah.
I definitely did. And the next morning, I said, do you want to go get some brunch? And he said he had a dentist appointment, which I'm not sure I believed.
Okay.
Why
Why
didn't
wouldn't
you believe him?
Just the tone of voice, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want brunch. I have dentist appointment.
Yeah, not that exaggerated, but yeah.
Okay.
He looked at a toothbrush, and that's the first thing that came to his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So how did you leave things then?
Well, we did both agree that we wanted another date, and I've been really busy recently, and I know he probably has too, but I've been trying to make time to see him, and he's not really calling me back. We have exchanged a couple texts. I just don't really feel like he's trying to, go on a second date. He's not putting in the effort that I am.
Weird.
Was there anything that made you feel like this was more than just one wild, crazy night?
I mean, when we were talking and having conversations, it turned out that we had a lot in common. So,
Good.
I mean, I definitely would like to pursue this and get a little deeper than, a one-night stand.
Right.
I shouldn't say deeper.
Yeah, I know. I
Whoa!
was trying so hard not to make a joke. Thank you for addressing it for me. That helped.
You're welcome.
He has been texting you, though.
Yeah, we've exchanged some texts back and forth.
This one's strange to me because it's not like a big drunken night that just turned into a hookup.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever ate dinner, but I assume you had some sort of conversation other than just getting in.
Yeah, we ate a little.
Yeah.
little.
Take 2 bites and you're like, you know what? Screw this. And then you throw everything off the table. You go, get over here. At least that's what happened on your date in my mind.
Okay.
But any idea why he doesn't want to see you again?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't think there was a problem in the bedroom area.
Okay.
But I hope that he doesn't think that I'm too easy because I just slept with him, a on the first night.
And if he does, I'm sorry, he slept with you too. He's just as easy as you are.
I know, but you know how there's different standards for women.
Yeah, but I hate that. It makes me angry.
Oh, why? Because they've just assumed that then you sleep with everyone the first time you meet them. And guys do that.
Exactly. And lots of dudes are down to sleep with it. Dude, I walk down the street. Every time I pass somebody, I'm like, yeah, probably sleep with them. So dudes are worse, but then they judge you if you do it. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out what it is. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date, all right?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on. You're just tuning in for today's second date. Taylor is on the phone, and Taylor met the dude she wants to call today while she was getting a pedicure. He was also getting a pedicure next to her, and everybody knows where pedicures lead. The bedroom. They ended up having a one-night stand.
No.
It sounds like they didn't even make it to the bedroom, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic story, you know. Girl goes in for a pedicure, meets dude getting a pedicure, then they go back to his house, have all kinds of crazy fun all night, and then wake up in the morning and he doesn't call her back. Just a classic story.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, are you ready to call John and see why he won't agree to another date?
I am. I'm starting to get a little, I don't know, I'm not really sure about the whole situation and if I'm actually want to go on another date because I like him or if I'm just kind of like pissed at him at this point.
Well, is this your first one-night stand?
No.
So why do you think this one would be different than the others? I mean,
we were talking a lot, and he's really fun. We had a lot in common. I mean, I think we could have something more than just a one-night stand.
okay.
Like a two-night stand.
Yeah. Hey, you know.
Okay, I mean, maybe one night, another night again.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
Told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What is that? I mean, I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell you guys?
She just told us that you guys hooked up, but she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car. And I was like, cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. Again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. She comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffle bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag and she takes out this mask.
Mask?
A mask?
Like
A
a
mask.
It sounded like it said meth for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
Mask.
That would almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K.
Okay.
And this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like
It's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Wait,
Red
so
eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you should call like 911 or something.
Oh,
And I'm
boy.
like, and now all of this is getting thrown on me, literally minutes after we've just finished, and then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagine it, like Darth Vader. She's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is...
come on, though, that's not her fault. She obviously
It's not her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like, I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together, but that was just... That threw me off, man. So, I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's just, I mean, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or she's just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly. Yeah.
Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way. But since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. And you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would
Wow.
you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry. That is like red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Ah!
Seriously.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should. Okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why?
wouldn't
Because you
have.
would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad, you know?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, you know, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Doesn't matter.
Well, you know, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you take home, just give them a heads up about the mask that you're going to pull out of your duffel bag at some point in their lives.
Okay, well, next time you bring someone home, you should probably warn them about the biohazard that is your sheep.
Normally, if somebody describes a first date as being strange and unexpected, that's the introduction scene to a 7-part crime docuseries on Netflix.
Whoa.
At least
Okay,
that's
that-
what I picture in my head.
It went from 0 to like 8,000.
Well,
quick.
you know how they start.
Yeah.
She met a strange man. Next thing, something unexpected happened.
It's very vague, but
Well, I don't know, that's
with
just
the
how,
voice,
you
yeah.
know, that's how things go in my head.
Yeah,
But
totally.
today, one of our listeners said her date was strange and unexpected in a good way.
Okay, that's awesome.
Hey, that's rare.
And now she's hoping to have another. Her name is Taylor. Taylor, you like it strange?
It was really weird. It was a first, all right. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about
She
this.
sounded happy about it.
I'm scared.
So
Yeah.
what's the name of the guy that you went out with? What's his name?
Murphy. I met him online.
Okay.
Murphy,
I mean,
okay.
strange things always happen from online.
Yeah. So what did you and Murphy do?
So we started out, we were just going to have like coffee and walk around the park a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
It's a good get to know you date.
Yeah, we just wanted to keep it casual and get to know each other, you know.
Okay.
Until something unexpected
Yeah.
happened.
Stop! Scary.
I mean, really, honestly, like what could happen that would make it so strange? This
Yeah.
wasn't at like 2 a.m. or anything that you were doing this,
Yeah.
right? It was daylight.
Yeah, it was like we met at 2,
Okay.
and he seemed like really fun and comfortable to hang out with. You know, I felt like I could like really kind of be myself around him.
Oh, that's the best feeling.
It is. It
Yeah.
honestly is what
Right
you should
away.
strive for in every
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. So when did things start to turn?
It wasn't even awkward at all. So then we're sitting on the bench, and like he was like on the phone, and his eyes got really wide, and I couldn't really hear what was going on. But all I could hear was he goes, "Don't worry, I'll handle it."
Okay.
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'll
so he
handle
was.
it.
I mean, he took the phone call then, right in front of you.
Yeah, but he said, "Hold on, I got to take this. This is important."
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I'll handle
So
it.
I mean, that could be anything though.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you
like-
don't, you don't
Good,
answer
though.
a call on a date unless it's big.
Yeah.
But
and-
even handling stuff, what's a good thing that you can handle?
yeah. It sounds like you're about to help someone hide a body.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you
Hey,
know,
go buy your grandma flowers. Like, I'll handle
I'll
it.
maybe
I'll
he's got
handle
a library fine, and he means I'll handle it. Don't worry.
it. Still, doesn't fit, bro.
I don't
Who
know.
gets library
It could
fines
be
anymore, Brooke?
innocent. It could be innocent.
Okay. Well, what happened?
So it turned out that it was his brother-in-law, and so his sister was going into early labor. She was about to have a baby, like any
Aw.
second.
Oh my gosh.
And he'll handle the birth? What is he talking about?
I'll handle the baby.
Yeah.
Well, the brother-in-law was freaking out because he hadn't painted the baby's room yet.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
So what did he do? Like, he meant that he's going to go paint the baby's room?
So I thought he was just going to leave, but he actually said to me, hey, do you want to come paint the baby's room with me? And I'm like, right now? Like,
I think that's
Oh.
cute.
It's super cute.
it was cute.
I hope they let it air out.
Really?
That baby's gonna get high.
Oh, my God.
You would be if a guy asked you to go paint a room for your date,
Okay,
you'd
well,
be up for
I
it?
wouldn't paint, but I'd like sit in the room while he did.
Oh, my God. I like this.
That's hard labor.
All
I'm
right.
thinking babies.
Moving a brush up and down. Yeah, I would totally do it. I think it's darling.
So Taylor, is that what you did? Did you actually do that?
I actually did it, and we ended up having some drinks, and, like, we got some pizza while we were doing it, and we were having, like, so much fun.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You painted his sister's baby room for free, and this guy is not calling you back?
Hey, he's paid her in pizza.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
It kind of is, but it turned out to be so much fun. Like, I was over there for 3 hours with him, just hanging out. Like, it was so much
3 hours is
fun.
a
Like,
long time.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything in that span that maybe didn't go so well?
you know, I have been going over and over it in my mind, and I can't think of anything I did or said wrong, or I didn't have spinach in my teeth. Like,
Instead of doing your paint strokes up and down, did you do them side to side like a noob?
Oh, not getting a call back now.
Oh man, you need to do the all over, the chaos method.
Oh,
Looks best.
you were thinking with the roller.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I don't even know if she had one of those.
No, but like maybe you were just like friend zoned. Did it feel too like hang out and less date?
no, because at the end we did kiss.
Oh,
Oh,
Maybe he really likes his friends.
as long as you didn't make baby jokes, you're probably good.
Yeah.
what kind of baby joke did
I
you
don't know.
make? Did you?
I don't know. I just wouldn't want someone to talk about babies to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
All right.
All right.
Well, we definitely have a mystery on our hands right now, Taylor. We're going to play a song. We're going to
An
come back.
unsolved mystery.
An unsolved mystery
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
When we come back after the break, we're going to find out. Was it the paint? What happened with the mysterious baby that never materialized after the date? That sounds really bad, doesn't
It does. It does. It sounds like we should call a homicide team or something.
I got to write these out more before I
Yeah.
say stuff. Well, hold on, Taylor. We'll be right back. A moonlit walk on a secluded beach.
Okay.
Picking strawberries together at sunset. Putting a second coat of polyurethane paint sealer on a nursery room wall.
Aww.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cry.
it's not your stereotypical romantic first date.
Oh my God, polyurethane. That's pretty intense.
It's powerful.
Bro, I don't even know what that means.
It'll give you some feelings, that's
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
will.
One of our listeners, Taylor, said she felt sparks after her date Murphy got an emergency call mid-coffee date, letting him know that his sister had gone into early labor and that he needed to go and paint their baby's room immediately before they got back from the hospital, and Taylor was invited to go along for the ride.
Yeah.
And she did.
I know, and it's so cute, Taylor, because it really shows what a good brother he is.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was adorable. I actually had so much fun with him.
I
Yeah.
forgot to ask, what color did you guys do?
We did, like, light blues and, like, some grays and light
Aw,
greens.
Classic.
Okay,
Neutral.
very classy.
Nice. I
Okay.
like
Yes.
that.
So how long has it been since your date? Because we never asked you that in the first part.
It's been, like, 2 weeks.
2
Okay.
Oh,
weeks?
wow.
At least it hasn't been 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a toddler now.
I totally get, though, that, like, maybe there's a new baby and he's busy with his family and stuff. But, like, I mean, that would take, like, a week, not, like, 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's still in labor and the baby hasn't come yet.
Oh my God, that poor woman. Oh my God.
But I don't know.
I mean, that's sweet, but I don't think an uncle has a lot to do in the first 2 weeks of a baby being born. They don't do a whole lot.
Hey, we got to write a lot of jokes to get ready for that baby.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, let's find out. We're going to call Murphy for you, and we're going to try and get you your second date. You ready, Taylor?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Murphy, please?
this is he.
Hi, Murphy. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a second to talk with us?
No. No.
Well, hold on.
Is it free stuff?
Yeah,
It could be. It could be.
maybe, yeah. This call is not collect either. That's totally free. The reason why we're ringing you is because we're doing a segment called A Second Date. Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you know how that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which end of this I'm on. Do I get to follow up or still be checking in on me?
Oh, did you send us an email?
Yeah.
This is confusing.
I don't think you remember how this works at all,
No.
actually, after you just said that.
Maybe it's better if we explain. You recently went on a date with somebody, and afterwards, you're not calling them back, and they're curious why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm remembering.
All right, Murphy.
And the girl that reached out to us about you, her name is Taylor.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I guess. How?
You okay, man? You sound really nervous.
I get it, though. I mean, it'd be really weird to get randomly called by a radio station and asked about, it's a pretty personal thing. You went on a long date with Taylor.
Yeah.
If I can ask, what was it that Taylor shared?
Well, I mean, she pretty much told us the entire thing, that you were supposed to go out and walk through the park, and you ended up getting a phone call from your brother-in-law who said your sister went into early labor, and that led to you and Taylor going back to your sister's house and painting her baby's room for her.
Yep.
We did do that. Is that all she said that we did?
I mean, she said you ate pizza, drank a little bit, and kissed. You had a nice kiss.
I mean, she described it as a really nice time with you.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Okay.
But there might be a little bit more. I'm not really sure it's my place to say this year.
Wait, there's more to the date, you're saying?
Yeah, no, it was super fun, and then it got awkward, you know?
What?
No?
We
What-
don't
Don't
know
know.
at
What do
all.
you mean
Yeah, no.
awkward?
I just felt like it was pretty awkward for how fast things went.
Wait, you're the
What?
one that invited her back to your sister's house to paint the
Yeah.
baby room. That's on you.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean move fast?
Like, okay, first of all, that was amazing. I thought that was cool. I had to do that for my family.
Right.
But I'm not sure what I can say on your show regarding this, but we did it.
That you
Did what?
Nice.
Jose. I think that that's a natural thing to happen between two consenting adults.
What'd you do?
We did it, man. I don't know. I'm trying to be cool here.
Okay, why are you acting so weird about it? Then if you hooked up, then that should be okay.
It's fine.
She was in the baby's room.
That's on you.
Yeah. It's not fair that you've left Taylor hanging this whole time based on something that's going on inside your head.
I mean, it's just, like, I told my brother-in-law. I got pissed.
Why would you tell your
Yeah,
brother-in-law?
dude.
What are you doing? You just keep that to yourself.
You know,
Pack it away.
you know who you need to be talking
Oh
to
my
about this is
God.
Taylor. And thank God you've already kind of told her, because I need to let you know that she's been on the other line listening and she wants to talk to you, dude.
Shut up. She's not on the phone.
Yes, she is. Taylor, you there?
Yeah. I can't believe that you told people that on the air.
Oh, it's no big deal.
It's fine.
It's not like the baby was present in the room when you guys did
Yeah.
it. The room was empty.
Yeah, but they christened a room that child will live in forever.
Oh,
I mean,
The
dude.
walls,
They painted
the
it.
walls
They deserve
know.
it.
I'm gonna tell you,
Oh
as
my
a
God.
parent, there's much worse things that'll probably
Oh,
happen in the kids. I don't
what have
know.
you
I'm
done
just
in your
saying.
kids'
I'm just
room?
saying.
So
Like,
Oh my
it's
God.
not that big of a deal.
Taylor, how are you feeling right now hearing all of this?
I mean, I get that you feel guilty, but I thought we had a really good connection. And, it was like up to you, too, to do it in that room,
That was really fun. It was a good connection.
Yeah.
But
Really
I didn't know it was going to be as awkward as it was after.
But I feel like it was just so awkward, like, because it was in the baby's room.
It's like
Yeah.
being in your
Well,
grandma's
right.
room.
And it
It's
sounds like you made it awkward. Like, why would you tell your brother-in-law?
I felt guilty about doing it in his room. It's not my house. It's not my place.
so you clean conscience?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's a good sign, Taylor, that he's very honest.
too honest,
Well-
honestly.
But, like, if
But-
he ever met me, like, would he know that that was me?
Oh, would the brother-in-law know? Is that
you
what you
didn't
Yeah.
say it was her, right?
Well, maybe the paint marks on your clothes might be a hint.
mean?
But it sounds like there's still a connection between you guys. It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
And she's
Murphy, you have to
right.
get over it.
If the brother doesn't know, then it's not like it's going to be awkward if they ever meet.
Well, I don't want to lie to him that it's like not eventually her. What do you guys think?
I don't think you have to lie to him, Murphy. I just think you just leave it out of conversation. I highly doubt.
Do you have to tell everybody every place that you do it every time?
Hey, name's Murphy. I slept with someone in the car. Nice to meet you.
I don't want to sound pathetic, but like, what if it's like the birth of a new baby and then like also the birth of a new connection with someone, you know?
Oh,
I don't like that.
You're making it deeper.
Are you saying, Taylor, that you got pregnant in there and there's an
Oh
opportunity?
my God, stop it.
Oh.
I don't. What are you saying?
I'm just
What are you
like,
saying?
Like maybe
He really wants you to answer that.
Murph just got nervous.
well, I don't know. It's only been 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Oh, Murphy, you may have to see her again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just to be a good guy, Murphy, I need to ask you, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time? We're going to pay for it.
It'll be a funny story someday.
I guess I'll go out with her again. Maybe we can do it at my place.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. You don't need to plan
Yeah.
it.
That's
You really don't.
really romantic.
Send out a memo to let everybody know.
Excuse me, do I get to say in this? I mean, I'd like to say where we get to do it.
That's fair.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is kind of the anti-second date update.
What does that mean?
The girl on the phone doesn't want a date with the guy that she wants us to call,
Oh.
but she does want some clarification. Her name is Steph. Steph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So this is a different kind of second date update, huh?
Yeah,
I like how you're laughing.
thanks. It's just a crazy situation. That's really why I'm calling you guys, is because there's nothing in the handbook about how to take care of this.
What situation are you talking about?
Well, I'm a teacher, and I have some lovely students and everything, and but I'm single, so on the weekends I go out.
Yeah, single
And-
teacher. Like hearing from those.
Yeah.
Can I get a little PTA conference?
All right.
Okay, well, no, you may not.
All right.
No.
So you're a teacher and you have great students.
Yeah, but I am single, so I go out on the weekends, and I was at this bar with my friends, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm like, that's a pickup line or something, because I didn't recognize the guy.
Right.
And he goes, "You're my son's teacher."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So ends up, he actually is. His son Noah is in my class. So I'm hanging with my friends, and then he just sort of interjects himself into the conversation and is asking all kinds of questions, trying to actually get to know me. And he's crossing that parent-teacher line. It's becoming a little bit more intimate, and then all of a sudden he's asking if he can buy me a drink, and I say no, I don't want to drink. I don't want to have that kind of a relationship with him.
Which means he's not cute enough, right?
Well, I mean, he's decent looking, but I don't want to date the father of one of my students.
Have you ever done that before?
No,
No.
I have not.
Okay.
I have a coworker who did, and she's no longer a teacher because of it.
Oh.
So I just distance myself,
Okay. So he was just giving you the hard press, huh? Wanted to buy you drinks and stuff?
Yes, and I clearly said no. That's okay. I've got my own money. I can get my own drinks. And then he ends up ordering shots for all of us.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get the teacher hammered.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like he was trying to get me drunk. I don't know. I had that feeling, and I just didn't want to. No, I didn't want that.
So did you explain your boundaries to him?
Well, I was trying. He just was not listening. I wanted to be nice because he is the father of one of my students, and I didn't want to cause a rift.
Yeah.
But he actually asked if me and him could actually go somewhere private and talk and get away from my friends.
Oh.
And he was like, just come on, let's just sit at the table and just get to know each other. And I was trying to be nice. So I said, okay, we'll sit for a few minutes, but then I have to leave.
And I just kind of made a signal to my friends, kind of save me, rescue me. But they were laughing. They were laughing at me.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious.
I would have done the same thing if I was your friend.
Well, I really had no choice. So I sat down and talked with him, and he's asking all kinds of questions. And yeah,
it must be. It must be awkward when you go to class and have to teach his son now. Just
yeah, it is very, very awkward. But that's not the end of it. I finally escaped. Essentially, it felt like I was having to escape, and then he offered to take me home, and I was like, no, I've got to ride with my friends. And he's like, well, hey, why don't we just buy some shots and then head on over to my place and just keep the party going?
Wow, he was trying to get it in.
Just like, no. And so I get out of that, and a couple days later, he starts texting me.
Whoa.
Here's the creepy part. My cell phone is not public knowledge. I have a school line that they can call, but my cell phone is not public.
So wait, did you give him your number?
No, I did not.
Do you think one of your friends gave him your number, trying to mess with you?
I don't know, but he somehow got my number, and he's texting, okay, that was great the other night. Why don't we continue on? Let's go on another date. I've got some ideas, and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Are you responding to him?
No, I don't know what to say to him. That's exactly why I'm calling you guys, is because I don't know what to do. I mean, there's that fine line, and this is such a freaking awkward position. And, he keeps asking me if we can go on another date. We've never even been on a first date.
Oh, my God.
So he thinks he obviously thinks that your hangout, when he saw you at the bar and tried to get you drunk and take you home, was a date.
Yes. He thought that was a date, and it was not an actual date. He did not ask me out. I did not say yes. I actually was telling him no the whole night, and I don't know why no means yes to him, but that's what he's hearing. And I don't know, he's delusional.
And why haven't you just texted him and said stop?
Because I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to engage with him. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I need you guys.
So you want us to call him and tell him that you guys never went on a first date to begin with, and no, there will not be a second date or any other dates in the future.
Are you guys able to do that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
We're good at that.
We'll play a song, come back, and then call this guy and tell him why you're not calling him back. It's way different than any second date update we've ever done, but we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm actually excited to call this guy for the second date update today.
Really?
Because I always wonder what goes through dudes' heads when they won't leave a girl alone, when they obviously don't want to go out with them again. Yeah. And I'm wondering what is going through this guy's mind. If you're unaware with what's going on, Steph called us for a second date update. Only problem is, it's not a traditional second date update because she never actually went out on a date with the guy that she wants to call. And she was out at a bar one night. Guy came up to her and said, hey, you're my son's teacher. And then started buying her a bunch of drinks and trying to get her drunk, even suggested going back to his place. She said no. And then somehow he got her phone number and has been texting her nonstop to go out on, quote, another date. So he thought that was a date, and now he's trying to get a second date, and she wants us to call him and say, go away. I think what I'd like to do, unless you're against it, I want to do this like we do a traditional second date update. All right, I'm not going to call the guy and tell him to go away right away. I'll be like, you went on a date with Steph, so that we can hear him actually break down the date that he thinks you went on before we tell him to get lost. Can we do that?
Whatever works. I mean, as long as you can just get the creep to back off.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to make the call right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so...
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all this? Just to, hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually, date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was, I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it, but...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you, too. At the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Whoa.
That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call, so...
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of, cool.
The friends?
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh my God!
Not getting it.
Oh my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man.
Dude.
All right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Brooke and Jubal. Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is kind of the anti-second date update.
What does that mean?
The girl on the phone doesn't want a date with the guy that she wants us to call.
Oh.
But she does want some clarification. Her name is Steph. Steph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. So this is a different kind of second date update, huh?
Yeah.
I like how you're laughing.
Thanks. It's just a crazy situation. That's really why I'm calling you guys, is because there's nothing in the handbook about how to take care of this.
What situation are you talking about?
Well, I'm a teacher. And, I have some lovely students and everything, and but I'm single. So on the weekends I go out.
Yeah, single teacher. Like hearing from those.
Yeah.
Can I get a little PTA conference?
All right.
Okay, well, no, you may not.
All right.
No.
So you're a teacher and you have great students.
Yeah, but, I am single, so I go out on the weekends, and I was at this bar with my friends, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm like, that's a pickup line or something, because I didn't recognize the guy.
Right.
And he goes, "You're my son's teacher."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So ends up, he actually is, his son Noah is in my class. So I'm hanging with my friends, and then, he just sort of interjects himself into the conversation and is asking all kinds of questions, trying to actually get to know me. And he's crossing that parent-teacher line. It's becoming a little bit more intimate. And then all of a sudden he's asking if he can buy me a drink. And, I say, no, I don't want a drink. I don't want to have that kind of a relationship with him.
Which means he's not cute enough, right?
Well, he's decent looking, but I don't want to date the father of one of my students.
Have you ever done that before?
No, I have not. Okay. I have a coworker who did, and she's no longer a teacher because of it.
Oh.
So I just distanced myself,
Okay. So he was just giving you the hard press, huh? Wanted to buy you drinks and stuff?
Yes, And, I clearly said, no, that's okay. I've got my own money. I can get my own drinks. And then he ends up ordering shots for all of us.
Whoa, okay.
Trying to get the teacher hammered.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like he was trying to get me drunk. I don't know. I had that feeling, and I just didn't want to. No, I didn't want that.
So did you explain your boundaries to him?
Well, I was trying. He just was not listening. I wanted to be nice because he is the father of one of my students, and I didn't want to cause a rift. Yeah. But he actually asked if me and him could actually go somewhere private and talk and get away from my friends.
Oh.
And he was like, just come on, let's just sit at the table and just get to know each other. And I was trying to be nice. So I said, okay, we'll sit for a few minutes, but then I have to leave. And I just kind of made a signal to my friends and kind of save me, rescue me. But they were laughing. They were laughing at me.
Oh, yeah. They probably thought it was hilarious.
I would have done the same thing if I was your friend.
Well, I really had no choice. So I sat down and talked with him, and he's asking all kinds of questions. And, yeah.
It must be awkward when you go to class and have to teach his son now. Just yeah.
Yeah, it is very, very awkward. But that's not the end of it. I finally escaped, essentially. It felt like I was having to escape. And then he offered to take me home. And I was like, no, I've got to ride with my friends. And he's like, well, hey, why don't we just buy some shots and then head on over to my place and just, keep the party going.
Wow, he was trying to get it in.
Just like, no. And so I get out of that. And a couple days later, he starts texting me.
Whoa.
Here's the creepy part. My cell phone is not public knowledge. I have a school line that they can call, but my cell phone is not public.
So wait, did you give him your number?
No, I did not.
Do you think one of your friends gave him your number, trying to mess with you?
I don't know, but he somehow got my number, and he's texting, okay, that was great the other night. Why don't we continue on? Let's go on another date. I've got some ideas, and I'm just like, I can't do that.
Are you responding to him?
No, I don't know what to say to him. That's exactly why I'm calling you guys, is because I don't know what to do. I mean, there's that fine line, and this is such a freaking awkward position. And, he keeps asking me if we can go on another date. We've never even been on a first date.
Oh, my God.
So he thinks he obviously thinks that your hangout, when he saw you at the bar and tried to get you drunk and take you home, was a date.
Yes. He thought that was a date, and it was not an actual date. He did not ask me out. I did not say yes. I actually was telling him no the whole night, and I don't know why no means yes to him, but that's what he's hearing. And I don't know, he's delusional.
And why haven't you just texted him and said stop?
Because I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to engage with him. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I need you guys.
So you want us to call him and tell him that you guys never went on a first date to begin with, and no, there will not be a second date or any other dates in the future.
Are you guys able to do that?
Absolutely. We can do that.
We're good at that.
We'll play a song, come back, and then call this guy and tell him why you're not calling him back. It's way different than any second date update we've ever done, but we'll do it right after this.
Thank you.
How? MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm actually excited to call this guy for the second date update today.
Really?
Because I always wonder what goes through dudes' heads when they won't leave a girl alone, when they obviously don't want to go out with them again. Yeah. And I'm wondering what is going through this guy's mind. If you're unaware with what's going on, Steph called us for a second date update. Only problem is, it's not a traditional second date update because she never actually went out on a date with the guy that she wants to call. And she was out at a bar one night. Guy came up to her and said, hey, you're my son's teacher. And then started buying her a bunch of drinks and trying to get her drunk, even suggested going back to his place. She said no. And then somehow he got her phone number and has been texting her nonstop to go out on, quote, another date. So he thought that was a date, and now he's trying to get a second date, and she wants us to call him and say, go away. I think what I'd like to do, unless you're against it, I want to do this like we do a traditional second date update. All right, I'm not going to call the guy and tell him to go away right away. I'll be like, you went on a date with Steph, so that we can hear him actually break down the date that he thinks you went on before we tell him to get lost. Can we do that?
Whatever works. I mean, as long as you can just get the creep to back off.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to make the call right now.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all this? Just to hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it, but.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you, too. At the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call. So,
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi. What's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of cool.
Her friends
What?
told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh my God.
Not getting it.
Oh my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Somebody texted in at 78592 and all it says is, take a hint. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about the second date update. Steph called us. She's a teacher. She really wanted to do the second date update to tell this guy to stop bugging her.
Yeah.
Less of a, hey, I want to see him again, more of a tell him to go away. Because they hung out at a bar. She actually teaches his kid. And they hung out because he was at the same bar. And then he said that they went on a date together and would not stop calling her. Found out that's because her friends told him, oh, yeah, she's really into you, and gave him her phone number.
I bet they didn't even realize it was going to be that bad.
No.
Well, it was great because they go, no, she'll play hard to get. Like,
Yeah.
don't give up.
Don't give up no matter
That's the
what.
best part of the whole thing.
And we tried to tell him she wasn't interested. He finally got it at the end, like, oh. And then he just wanted to date her so his kid could get a better grade.
Yeah.
Everyone's texted in right now. I can see why the kid's not doing so well in class. Like father, like son.
Yep.
A little slow.
Remember, if you want a second date update, just email the show. We'll call the person who didn't call you back.
MOViN 92.5. Second date update.
We've got a woman on the phone for a second date update today who says that she regrets not going out with a guy that she was supposed to see.
Okay, that's good.
And her name is Elizabeth.
Why are you...
Elizabeth, how are you?
Hi, it's actually Elizabether.
Elizabether?
Okay. I thought that was just a typo on my sheet.
No, that's my name.
Okay, Elizabether.
It's just Elizabeth, and then you add an ER.
Oh my God, she wants to hang up on us. She hates us. Do you know how many times you've had this conversation in your life? Let me guess, 8 billion.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, well, could we just call you Liz?
No, I mean, Elizabeth is my name, so I like to go by my name.
Can we call
Yeah.
you Er?
You
Okay.
guys,
you want
just call
you
her
want all
Elizabeth.
5 syllables to be heard. All right. Elizabether. So you said that you regret not going out with the guy. What was his name?
His name is Ben.
Very short. 1 syllable to your 5. I like that, Elizabeth.
Well, maybe that's short for his real name, Benjamin.
Oh my God, we gotta stop. I'm so sorry. I'm really happy you listened and that you're on the phone with us.
Just Ben.
Okay,
Okay.
just
Sorry.
Ben. Yeah, got it.
So I
Got
don't
it.
mean to make you angry. It's to tell us about Ben.
We'll stop.
Okay.
Where'd you meet him?
So we met 6 months ago through friends.
Oh wow, that was a
long time
long time. Yeah. Was it like a setup where you were supposed to go out on a date, or you just like were friendly?
No, we're just part of the same friend group.
Okay.
So we've never actually had a one-on-one date. We've just hung out in groups.
Okay.
Oh.
And when did you start, I don't know, liking him?
Well, I just like him as a friend. And he's a sweet guy. He really is. He's kind of shy, though. He's not really, like, my type. He's not the hottest guy ever.
Okay.
Wait, so you're regretting not going out with him so you can friend zone him and show him where he belongs? Like,
No, I'm actually trying to help him out.
Tell us what happened.
Well, we were at a bar with a group of people, but then the group went to go order us another round, and it was just me and him sitting down for a couple minutes. And he's a telemarketer. That's like what he does.
mm-hmm.
And he was kind of acting nervous and shy, like, and he said there's something going on at work. So I just tried to be a good friend and was like, well, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? So he said he needed to ask me something. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So he told me he actually won this award. He was named like telemarketer of the year at his job. And I was like, well, that's awesome.
They
Like,
have an award for that?
I don't know. God.
One guy who actually did work.
The
Yeah.
Oscars of telemarketing.
The award that you want to hide, because if anyone finds out you do that much telemarketing, they hate you.
Yeah, you're the best at it, apparently.
Yeah.
yeah, he was real proud of it. He's really passionate about what he does.
Okay.
Be good at
Right.
what you do, right?
I guess you have to be if you're going to interrupt a lot of 60-year-olds dinner time, you know?
Right.
So what was the problem?
So apparently, along with this award, there's also this big gala that they have, this big dance and dinner for all the winners.
Gala.
Oh, gala?
Like a telemarketer's ball?
It was, telemarketer gala.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Very formal.
Everyone, don't you just want to go and interrupt it all the time?
Just a-
Every 5 minutes?
All the world's worst people in one room together.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he was really excited about it, but he wanted me to accompany him.
Uh-huh.
He assured me it would just be as a friend, that no strings attached, it didn't mean anything more.
And you said no to that?
I said no.
I don't blame you, girl. Honestly, a telemarketer's ball, not what I would want to do on a Friday
It
night.
could be any job's ball. If they're having a big celebration, that's important to any company.
I don't know.
It's not a very good friend move to say no. You gotta admit to that.
Totally.
Well, I know, but I just feel like you go to this gala, you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
I'm not positive that he's going to try and keep it just friends.
Oh yeah, I know how those telemarketer balls go. I see what you're saying.
Start
Things
out,
get crazy.
I just want a second of your time. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
dress is off.
And you're on a cruise for 10
Yeah,
days. You don't know how you ended up on that.
You're committed to it.
So where are you at now?
So now I just found out that he asked another friend of ours, and she said yes to go with him, but she is nasty. Like, she is not a nice person, and she talks crap about him behind his back all the time. And then I found out that he was going to pay her $200 to be his date.
Whoa! Dang.
Right.
That's where your regret really set in.
Yeah.
For once, you were going to get paid by a telemarketer.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, at that point, are you like a paid escort? Like, that's weird. And
Yeah.
she doesn't even like him. So she's like using him for money, using him for like a nice night out and a nice dinner. Like,
Yeah, you should be using him for money and a nice night out. Not this random girl.
no, that's why I contacted you. I want him to ask me to go again. Like, I want to go with him because this girl is awful. And honestly, he doesn't have to pay me. Like, I'll go because I feel bad for him.
Well, that's tricky, though, because if he's a nice guy, he's not going to dump a date, even if he's paying for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just goes against nice guy protocol.
Yeah.
That's why I contacted you guys. That's why I need your help, because I need to tell him to take me instead.
You went from like no date to girls fighting over
Yeah,
him?
this is pretty fun. He's going to love this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and call Ben for you and try and get you a second date update. All right, Elizabether?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
MOViN 92.5. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we've been talking to a lovely woman named Elizabether.
That's Elizabeth with an ER at the end.
Mm-hmm. Elizabether is feeling regretful. She was invited to go to the event of the century, the Telemarketers Gala, where there'll be awards, drinks, and of course, dancing while wearing headsets and making cold calls. Telemarketers never take a day off. No. It's truly a spectacle to behold. The Telemarketers Ball. Elizabeth was invited to this event by a guy named Ben, but she turned it down, and now she's having second thoughts because afterwards, Ben asked a different lady to go, and this is a lady that Elizabether knows and is not a fan of.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's paying her to go with him. I don't know if he cares that she's, I mean, who knows? All of that. But are you worried at all that he's going to get the wrong idea, that you want to be more than friends?
I think if we lay down some ground rules and make it really clear that this is just a friends thing, I think we can keep it still like clear that it's not to be anything more.
Well, I wouldn't count it out. You don't know the magic that happens at these telemarketers balls. You might be changing your mind.
I don't know about that.
Wait, are we going to get him on the phone? I mean, like, how do we do this? Are we going to trash the woman that he's going out with?
No, I don't want to trash the other girl. I don't even think we need to talk about her. I just want to get him on the phone and tell him that I do want to go with him. I changed my mind and see if he'll just make the decision.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to try it out right now. We're about to dial his phone number. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go, Elizabether.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
This is Ben. Could I ask who's calling?
Hi, Ben. My name's young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. You have a moment to talk? We're not interrupting you during anything important, are we?
Ben, we have an offer you may not be able to refuse.
Can we have a moment of your time?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ben, are you satisfied with your current cell phone service?
Okay, let's move on.
Who are you guys and why are you pranking me right now?
Because it's so fun.
It's not a prank, Ben. We're a morning radio show, and we do something on our show called a second date update. That's what this is.
Okay, but I haven't been on any dates.
Good point.
Yes. Normally what we do is we call people who've gone out on a date, and afterwards they're not getting a call back, so we try and figure out the reason why. But in this case, you actually haven't gone out with the person that reached out to us.
All right.
Yeah. There's a friend that was calling about you. Her name is Elizabether.
Okay, yeah, she called you guys?
Yeah. She says that you had a really important work function coming up.
And you were getting a big award, a big telemarketing award.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I asked her to go with me, but she turned me down, so
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, she told us that, and she also said that after she turned you down, now apparently your plans have changed.
Yes, that's correct. I asked another person to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your mom?
Ha ha, very funny.
Oh, your mom turned you down too?
No, you
Gosh,
guys, stop it.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben, were you super bummed when Elizabeth originally said that she didn't want to go?
Yes, I mean, I was excited to go with her. Like, we've been friends for a little bit. I thought she would have loved to have gone and had a good time. And then she's just like, she said it wasn't her thing and turned me down. And I'm like, that's kind of not cool. That hurt.
But the good news is, as a telemarketer, you're used to rejection. So couldn't have heard that bad.
I mean, there's some truth to that. Yeah, if you don't get the one, you got to keep moving forward.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But you still like her?
Yes. She's so pretty and I probably shouldn't have even asked her. I think she's a little bit out of my league.
Well, hold on, Ben. What if I told you that Elizabether was having second thoughts about her decision?
I don't know.
What if I told you that Elizabether's biggest desire is to get it on with the best telemarketer in all the land?
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah? Yeah, what if she wants to be the Guinevere to your Lancelot?
Oh.
Oh, does that sound good?
Yeah, you're talking his language.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
awesome.
well, I'm just kidding about all the getting it on stuff. But seriously, what if Elizabeth what if she wishes that she'd said yes?
I mean, that'd be great. That would be the night of my life. It's like something out of a Disney movie.
Well, I'm bringing it up because Elizabeth is actually on the other line listening, and she wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there. Elizabeth?
Hey, Ben.
Elizabeth?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear the whole
listening
thing.
this entire time?
I have.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
He like brightens up when he hears it.
Elizabeth, tell him.
So I actually changed my mind, and I want to go to the telemarketers gala with you.
Yay!
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
Yeah. I thought more about it, and I realized that I was mean to you, and that's not the kind of person I am. And I really think it's the right thing to do for me to say yes and for us to go together.
I would love that. That's what I wanted to do, but now I've got another date. I'm sure you probably heard that I pivoted.
Yeah. It's okay. I can talk to her. I will break the news to her that, it's going to be me going instead of her.
Oh.
Wait a sec. I don't think you should do that. I can handle my own dates. Thank you very much.
That's right, Ben.
Oh, look at you, baller.
Own your business.
Okay.
I can't believe that, there's two girls fighting over me right now. I'm not even used to having one girl fight over me ever.
Look at you, dude.
Man, the star-studded life of a telemarketer on top of his game.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're like the LeBron James of telemarketing right now.
Wow.
Dude, Ben, this is your night,
This is
man.
awesome. Thanks. Man. Okay, well, so Elizabeth, so you're down to go then?
Yes, as your friend, though. And I think it's probably a good idea if we set some ground rules just to be sure.
All right, buzzkill.
Oh, the vibe just.
Ground rules? What do you... I was thinking both of you girls can go with me.
What?
Oh.
Oh!
What did you just say?
I could make sure I get another ticket and another seat at the table, but both of you can go.
Dude, one on each
No,
arm.
That
stop.
would be a
No,
sight to
that
see.
is not what I had in mind.
No,
That sounds
Elizabeth,
great.
I'm with you. Are we creating a monster right now? Ben, slow down, dude.
Hold on. That is
Wait.
his friend. It doesn't matter if it's his date or not. He can have two girls if they're both his friends.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he's thinking, too. Isn't that what you're thinking, Ben?
Do you guys know how baller I would look with two hot dates?
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
baller.
you'd be like Hugh Hefner walking into that telemarketer's gala.
Plus, I'm getting an award. Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Your
He's
night.
like the Leonardo DiCaprio of telemarketing.
Come on, Elizabether.
That is not what I signed up for.
But
Well, you're going to be helping this guy's fantasy come true.
don't say
and
that.
he knows what the rules are. He knows that you're friends. I mean, I will say,
the boundary's set.
if you want to be a good friend,
No, see, here's what I'm willing to offer. That's
Okay.
if you take me to this gala, just me, I will dance with you.
oh,
Okay.
I will drink with you. Did I mention I would dance? Okay? It'll be a fun night. But I'm not going to
Okay.
go. I'm not going to go if you're also bringing her. Like, I'm trying to do something nice for you here and avoid you having to take her.
What?
Well, I don't know why you'd want me to avoid taking her, but, I did want to go with you. And if you went, would it be okay if I called you my girlfriend?
oh.
Oh.
I think calling you your girlfriend would just be a step too far.
What about like special friend?
Special friend sounds good.
No, that sounds like a booty call.
We'll just stick with friends. That's the deal. That's the offer.
All right, so we've laid out the ground rules. Ben, what do you say? Will you go out with Elizabeth or to the telemarketer's ball, but only with her?
Okay.
Okay, she's not into the triple dip thing.
Yeah.
This is a hard choice here.
I can see why, buddy.
Elizabeth, I think it'd be great to go with you, but I think you're being a little pushy with the ground rules. which is kind of taking some of the fun out of it. So I think I'm going to respectfully decline.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Wow.
Who saw that?
Really, Ben?
I don't know.
No way.
I kind of get it. Elizabeth, like, all you really offered to do was dance with him and kind of lame, you know?
Well, what else am I supposed to do? We're just friends.
Get it? Just, like, give him some love, hold his hand.
At least second base.
Yeah.
I don't believe that this just happened.
Me neither.
You just got ditched.
Wow.
He's a player.
Oh, my God. He's out of control.
Whatever, Ben. The only reason she's even going with you is because you're paying her $200. I would have gone for free.
Oh, man.
You're probably kind of butthurt because I said no to you. What's it like?
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Karma.
We've created a monster.
We did.
You know what, Ben, this is so not like you, but if that's the person you want to be, then go ahead and enjoy your telemarketer's gala, and I will happily stay home.
Oh.
Wow.
Me and my date are going to be on the dance floor while you're sitting home. We're going to be going YMCA.
The YMCA. Yeah, Ben, you get it.
Yeah. Shake a leg.
You can get yourself clean. You could have a good meal.
Still going.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For some people, dating is like running a marathon. You got to pace yourself. Take it nice and slow and steady so you can make it all the way to the end. For others, they treat dating like a sprint to the finish line.
Oh, man, I'm exhausted.
Weird, the finish line is located in my bed sheets.
Oh, wow.
But Dee Dee, who's on the phone with us for a second date update today, she decided to turn her dating life into a full-blown decathlon.
Uh-oh, what does that even mean?
She got sponsors, hydration stalls set up.
Okay, so she's pro.
Oh, yeah, she did.
All
And
right.
You'll understand what I mean in just a minute. But first, let's meet our decathlete. Dee Dee, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
God, I feel honored. It's like we have a true Olympian on the phone right now, Dee Dee.
Oh, my God. Thank you. I didn't really look at it like that, but now I feel really accomplished.
Yeah, you should be really proud of yourself. So tell us a little bit about why you called in.
Okay, so I got divorced recently, and it was just finalized, and I was refusing to date until it was actually final.
Okay.
And now that it is, my friends, they've been pressuring me to get back out there.
Yeah.
And a couple of them have been doing this thing called the 10 for 10 challenge. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
What's that?
What is it?
Okay, so you go on 10 Tinder dates with 10 different guys 10 days in a row.
Whoa.
That just sounds like the normal Tinder life.
I wish.
No way. That sounds exhausting to me.
Yeah.
It's a lot, quite honestly, but at the same time, I have a bit of a competitive spirit, so I decided I was going to do it. I haven't been on date in almost a year at this point, so.
Okay, so if you're calling us, I'm guessing you didn't win the competition.
Well, I at least finished the race.
Okay.
So how many of these guys are we going to be calling today?
Well, we're only calling the one, but in order to get the 10 dates, I told a little bit of a white lie on my profile and said that I was a yoga instructor because I thought, that's just a step below acrobat on the sexy scale,
I know. And men are so predictable, aren't they?
Oh, we love
all
yoga
of a sudden, so you're flexible, girl? Yeah.
We got a lot of yoga pants.
I almost put I'm flexible, and then I was like, that's too much.
Yeah. So I'm assuming a lot of quality options hit you up.
Well, it was really more about volume than anything else.
You're like the 7-Eleven of dating. You just want a lot of people through the door.
Honestly, I think it was my most honest, genuine Tinder experience because I didn't even read profiles. I was like, for once in my life, I'm using this app for what it's supposed to be for.
Okay.
Mindless swiping.
So which one of the 10 guys did you actually connect with?
Well, this guy, he was date number 8. So I was pretty sick of dating at this point.
Yeah, things were looking pretty bleak.
Yeah, but number 8 was awesome, so awesome that I actually told him the truth.
Ooh.
Wait, you told him about the 10 for 10 or that you were divorced? Or there's a lot of truths here.
Oh, my God. No. I did not tell him about the 10 for 10. In fact, thank you for reminding me. Please, please, please don't say that to him. I want to call him, but I don't want him to know that he was number 8 of 10.
I thought that's what you came clean about. You told him about the divorce?
No. I told him I'm not a yoga instructor.
Oh, God. There were so many things on our list there.
No, and he knows I'm divorced. Like, that was no secret. But
Okay.
no, I didn't tell him about the 10 for 10. I just figured, like, he was really sweet, and I'm going to tell him the truth because I want to see him again. And he laughed it off. Like, no big whoops. Everything was fine. But
Wow, what a good guy to be able to look past not dating a yoga instructor. You don't
man.
find a lot of guys like that these days.
I would have got up and laughed.
Okay, well, to be fair, I am very flexible.
Good to know.
So, what were some of the highlights with Tony?
You know that montage in Ferris Bueller where they, like, go to the museum and it's all, like, artsy and deep and stuff? It felt like that. Like, I felt like a grown-up date.
I don't really remember that montage. I'm going to be honest.
It was like the kind of date you see in the movies. Usually my dates are more like, you know, we go and eat something real quick, maybe smoke something, and then that's it. Maybe watch a movie. But this was like a date.
Like you were looking at art.
So, did you go to museums then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we walked around downtown, and then we went to the museum, and we were, like, holding hands. I think that's why I got so mushy.
Cute.
Mhm.
I like that.
You danced in the parade as it went by. Like, I've seen that Ferris Bueller movie.
We almost ran into his dad. It was super tense.
Yeah.
I think that in some ways, holding hands is even more intimate than, like, kissing someone.
Really?
Oh, my God.
This is what I'm saying. I just got divorced. We hated each other, but we still slept together occasionally because we're human beings and we have needs. But we have not held hands in, like, 6 years.
See?
All right.
Okay.
So how did the date end?
It was just really sweet, you know? Honestly, I maybe gave him a little more info than he needed on a first date because, like I said, I did get really kind of mushy. Like, we were holding hands. It felt like we were had been together for a while. So I started talking about my actual job or job that I'm trying to get, I guess. I'm an aspiring author. I'm a writer.
Cool.
I'm not yet published, so I'm sort of in that, like, super broke, not sure if I actually have any talent phase of my career. It's very stressful. Like, I have to tell myself every day that, like, this is my purpose. I'm born to do this, but I don't have any evidence yet.
Totally. A classic artist.
So what do you think went wrong on the date? Why do you think this guy isn't calling you back?
I'm a woman, so, like, my first thought is he met someone he'd rather have sex with than me. But my second thought would be that I think I may have frightened him off and maybe come off a bit crazy because I did, you know, lie on my profile about the yoga thing, and then I got a little bit vulnerable, let's say, talking about my career. May have got a little bit misty for a moment.
Too much too soon.
Yeah.
Guys don't like Misty. So
They love moist, but not misty.
Yeah. Now that's a bumper sticker.
yeah, you're speaking my truth here. All right, Dee Dee.
I like you, Dee Dee.
Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and call Tony for you and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, everybody cross your fingers and your toes, please.
Okay, got them all crossed.
All right. Hold on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, we're on the phone with Dee Dee, who's FD and DTD.
What?
Freshly divorced and down to date.
I don't think that's what that was.
I'm pretty sure that's a
Okay.
popular saying that all the teens are using nowadays.
Yeah, put that in your profile, Dee Dee. You'll get some swipes.
Yeah, the 19-year-olds are big into the divorcees.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the divorced teens are using this now. Anyway, Dee Dee's friends got her to try something called the 10 for 10 challenge, which is where you go out on 10 Tinder dates over 10 days with 10 different dudes.
Yes.
Wow.
And her 8th date is the one that really stuck. His name's Tony, and she had a great time exploring the city Ferris Bueller style with him, but there has not been a meetup since then. And Dee Dee, we never asked you this. Have you actually tried to contact him yet after the date, or is this the first time you're reaching out?
No, I mean, I've texted him. He just hasn't texted me back. So I'm like, I'm in a place now where I don't even know if he's not interested or if he, you know, fell off the face of the earth.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, what's interesting, though, you could actually call your 10 for 10 challenge a success because at least you met one dude you really liked.
I was looking at it as a success because I actually put up with all 10 of them. Like, I didn't give up.
Okay.
You persevered, and that's all that matters in the dating
I
world.
was like, I held on to hope in the face of no hope at all.
All right. All right.
All right, we're going to keep that positive attitude going, and we're going to give Tony a call for you and get your second date update, all right?
Yeah, it seemed like a really good idea until this moment. Now I'm kind
Yeah.
of freaking out. So
Well-
let's do this.
All right, we're going to make this work for you, okay? We're going to call him right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tony, please?
Speaking?
Is this number 8, Tony?
Excuse me?
Never mind. Sorry.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, okay. So, Tony, this is young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Young Jeffrey from where?
Don't worry about it, actually. Forget it.
Hi, Tony.
It's not going to help you.
Everything Jeffrey's saying is confusing. We're a radio show.
Yes.
Why are you a radio show and why are you calling me?
We were hired by some people
that make
a while
bad
ago.
decisions.
Yeah. Don't ask us why we're a show. We don't have a good answer for you. But
We're barely a show.
the reason that we're calling you is because we're doing something called the second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, I have not.
Well, we're about to turn you into a listener.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the second date update. That's where if you go out on a date with someone and they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us to try and figure out why that is. So we're calling on behalf of a woman named Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. Oh, okay.
Yes, okay.
So I'm on the radio right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But more importantly, you went out with Dee Dee maybe a week or so ago.
And she really likes you and she wants to know why you haven't gotten in touch with her since then.
So she had a radio show call me.
Well, you weren't answering her text messages.
Yeah.
Well, that's none of your business.
Well,
true.
We're not trying to pry or anything. Dee Dee just feels like you guys had a real connection and your date sounded pretty awesome.
Okay. Well, what? She thought it went really well, you're saying?
Yeah.
Do you think it went well or do you not think it went well? We want to know a little bit more about it so that we can help Dee Dee understand why she's getting blown off.
Well, if you must know, I think it went well to a point. We went out to a museum. We walked around. It was a really relaxing date, I would say.
Okay, so what changed?
So I guess towards the end of the date, we started talking more in depth about our personal lives and our backstories, and then. At that point, kind of a big red flag came up.
Well, she told us that she came clean about lying to you on her dating profile about being a yoga instructor. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not that. That was perfectly fine and funny.
Okay.
A lot of people tell lies on Tinder, so that wasn't anything big. Not in comparison to what she ultimately did tell me, though.
Can you share what that is? She seems like a pretty open person. I mean...
Right. Well, I don't know what she told you guys, but so she's trying to become an author. Perhaps she's mentioned this?
Yeah. She said she's not published yet, but it's like a dream of hers.
So, she's writing, and it's very stressful for her, and she hasn't been able to really work or make much money for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But she said as of now, she's been covered financially due to the bus scam.
What'd you say, the bus scam?
Yes, the bus scam.
What
does that mean?
Is it like some pyramid scheme where she's selling cosmetics at a bus stop? What is that?
If only. It's a little more deep than that. She basically conned the city into giving her a settlement due to getting hit by a city bus.
Wait, what did you just say?
Like a lot of money then?
She got hit by a bus to get money from the city.
Yes, and she's been living off this for years now.
You're saying she did it on purpose?
Yeah, something like that.
Wait, did she...
Hold on.
Did she tell you that, or was she joking? That sounds like a big joke someone would say.
No, it was pretty serious. I did ask if she was joking, but she said she was 100% serious.
What?
Jose's coming up with all sorts of ideas. What public transit do I throw myself in front of next?
Ask her if it hurt.
Yeah, 5:15 comes in 6 minutes, Jose. You better get down there.
I'm out of here, guys. See you later.
Okay. I think.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we need to ask Dee Dee about this. Dee Dee, did you jump out in front of a bus on purpose to make some money?
She's on the phone?
No. Wow, Tony, that is not how I told you the story at all. Oh my God.
What? Hold on.
That makes me
First
sound
of
like
all,
a psycho.
I can't believe you're on the phone and you had a radio show call me to ask why I didn't call you back. That's psycho right there.
Sorry, I think, Tony, that was on me. We shouldn't have hit you like a bus like that. We have them listening on the other line so that they can know what's going on. So Dee Dee's been hearing everything you said.
But I need you guys to understand something, because this is the last reason I thought he wasn't calling me back. Because that's not exactly how it happened. Okay, first of all, I'm not like some scammer. I refer to it as the bus scam because I think it's funny that I happened to get hit by a city bus and get a settlement. It's kind of good luck as far as I can see. Like,
why would you call it a scam?
Because it's funny. You know, I got hit by a bus. That sounds ridiculous. And not for nothing, in the artistic community, it's kind of everyone's dream.
It's like winning the lottery.
That's the perfect scenario. I got hit by a bus, but I'm totally fine.
Well, you know, it doesn't sound fine to me because I don't know if I could be with somebody who just so openly cheated the system that way.
How did I cheat the system? I got hit by a bus. I didn't jump in front of a bus.
I want to see the video. I don't know.
But you pretended to be more hurt than you actually were to get a bigger settlement.
Wow, I think you're making a lot of assumptions about me, Tony, especially considering, like, I didn't even ask for alimony or anything from my husband. Like, the last thing I am is a scammer. But I'm also an optimist, so I look at this as a positive. I think this is a way I got lucky, and it's a jump start for my career.
Hey!
Well, it's sort of different from the way you told it to me when we were out on our date, how you saw the bus coming and you kind of leaned into it.
What? Well, I was being flippant. I was bragging about getting hit by a bus, for heaven's sake.
Oh, really?
But did you lean into it or did you not? So, like, what's the true story now?
Yeah, it's like she like Supermaned the bus.
Yeah.
Like, tried to stop it with her shoulder.
You lean into a baseball, not a bus.
Honestly, I'm really glad that we did call him because I'm like, Tony on the phone on the radio is so different from Tony in the museum.
I think you could say the same about
Well,
you,
I'm not awful sandbagged on the radio, so sorry about that.
So wait, Dee Dee, are you not interested in him anymore because he's accusing you of being a bus scammer?
I can't believe he thinks that I would purposely get hit by a bus. Like,
I only think you purposely got hit by a bus because you told me that you purposely got hit by a bus.
I was exaggerating.
Come on.
I'm a writer.
Mixed signals.
Oh my God, it's hyperbole, for heaven's sake.
Tony,
Were you in the middle of writing when you got hit?
Well, maybe that's why she wasn't looking both ways. Her head was down in her paper.
Oh, come on.
Tony, this is a positive thing. Like, I see this as an opportunity for, like, a romantic love story. You guys could be the next Bonnie and Clyde, scamming city buses across the country, taking home millions. Tony, think about it.
I see this as two people who hate each other currently.
Honestly, if it were reversed, I would be dating him just for the story. Like, this is a really good story.
It is, Tony, so you should really consider it, and if you say yes to going out on a second date, we will pay for it. Not just the dinner, but the bus fare, too.
No, because then we're accomplices.
Yeah, it's like a date scam now. She's scamming everybody.
Yeah, not at this time. It was really nice meeting you, Dee Dee. And I know people say this all the time, but I really mean it. Try very hard not to get hit by a bus.
Sage advice.
Yeah, that's some great advice, Tony. Thank you.
Everyone listening.
If you really wished me well, you would say, you hope I do get hit by a bus again.
I guess.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl who's on the phone for a second date update today says that her date ended in, quote, a triple kiss. Which is an interesting way to end a date. I'm thinking of 3 places on my body I would like to have kissed right now. And let me tell you, if that happened on a first date with me, it would not end there.
I don't think that's what a triple
not.
kiss is.
Kristen, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So your date said it ended in a triple kiss. Normally, when I think of a triple kiss, I think it's like 3 people. So I'm envisioning you and the guy that you went out with and the waiter all making out at the end of your date. Is that what happened?
No. I just meant a peck on each cheek and then on the lips.
No, that's not what a triple kiss is. That's misleading.
Really? Actually, Kristen, that's really boring compared to what I was thinking. Could we
I thought it was sweet.
No, not at all, actually. Can we restart this and then you say it's the waiter and him and you guys...
Even if it's not true?
Even if it's not true, I would just, for me, I think it would be more exciting if we could do that. Is that all right?
No.
All right.
I'm not going to say that.
Okay, so the date ended with him kissing you on the cheek twice and then on the lips.
Yeah.
All right. You got a kiss at the end of the date. It sounds like everything went well. Why do you think he's not calling you back?
I don't know. I mean, I met him at yoga, and I don't know. I'm always skeptical of guys coming up to me in yoga, but he seemed really nice, and so I thought,
What made you say yes to this one?
He just really seemed like a yogi. You know what I mean? Like some guys are there and they just look so awkward, and that they're like really only there for the view. But he seemed like he really was into it, and he seemed to like me, and genuinely wanted to go out to dinner. Like, it didn't seem sleazy like it could be.
And how did the date go with him?
It went really well. We had a great dinner. We have a lot in common, and I feel like I was talking about TV shows. I definitely have like shows I watch on Netflix or whatever, and so I just wanted to know, like, what does he like? And turns out he doesn't have cable.
What a loser.
Oh, come on.
God. I knew you were going to how do you even want to call this guy back? Jeez.
No, I feel like that's where maybe I made a mistake.
Why? Was he like one of those snotty people who thinks that he's better than you because he doesn't watch much TV?
No, he said, oh, cable's too expensive, so I tried to make a joke and be like, oh, is it because you're poor?
Oh,
and then,
what the?
I don't know if that
I can
came across
understand
as a
that.
joke.
Did he get your joke?
Oh, my gosh.
He just got really quiet. And
Oh, man.
It was really uncomfortable. I felt like I really offended him, and I was just joking.
Did you backpedal after you said it? And was like, no, it was just a joke. I didn't mean to actually ask if you were poor.
Obviously, I apologized and said I was only joking, and, I just could see on his face that he seemed to understand, but at the same time, I just feel like he got his feelings hurt.
When the bill come, you also said, oh, let me get this. I know you're in tough times right now.
No. Oh, my gosh, no.
It must not have gone too bad. He kissed you at the end of the date.
And a triple kiss, no less.
A triple kiss.
I don't know. He kissed me on both cheeks and on the lips, but it was really, sort of a fast goodbye, so I don't know.
No passion, like an Italian man saying hello to another Italian man? Yeah. Is that more what it felt like?
Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was kind of weird.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. That does not sound sexy at all.
So you think the only reason he's not calling you back is because you called him poor?
I was kidding. Oh, my God.
That sounds so bad.
But is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
All right.
But I didn't mean it like that. I just want him to know that I was kidding.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, thanks, guys.
Hang on.
MOViN 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I like the girl who's on the phone for a second date update today because she's a risk taker.
What?
It's a big risk that you take when you decide whether you should tell the person you're on a first date with that they're poor or not on a first date. And she took that risk and went for it. And unfortunately, now she's not getting a call back. But I like that you were willing to do that.
Oh, my gosh. I was just kidding.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Kristen was out with her date who she met at a yoga class. They were having a good time. At some point, they brought up TV watching and how she likes Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. And he said that he doesn't have internet or TV at her house. And her response was, oh, my God, what are you, poor? She was joking, but he didn't realize it was a joke. And that's the reason that she thinks she's not getting a call back. Are you about ready to get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling you back, Kristen?
Yes, I am dying to find out.
You still even want to talk to him even if he's that bad at taking jokes?
Well, I just want to clear the air and make sure that he's not holding something against me.
Some sort of grudge.
And you will date him if he's poor, is what you're saying.
I don't think that matters.
There's a little bit of a pause there. You're like, oh, well, I don't know. We'll find out just how poor. All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now and get him on the phone. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Marshall, please?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Marshall, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
No way.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine. What's going on?
Well, I'm calling you because one of our listeners emailed us about you and asked me to get you on the phone.
Really?
Yes. Her name is Kristen. You guys recently went out on a date, and since then you haven't been calling her, texting her back or anything, and she's wondering if she did something wrong.
And she asked you to call me?
Yes. It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. If somebody doesn't get a call back from someone they went out on a date with, they ask us to get that person on the phone and ask why. So now I'm asking you the question, why?
Well, if you must know, during the date, something that probably should have been said wasn't said.
What? Something that should have been said wasn't said, like, take me back to your place? Because I always, look, dude, I get really frustrated when girls don't say that when I'm out with them on dates.
No, not that.
But what was it then?
Okay, so we're walking back to her car.
Uh-huh.
And everything up to that point was pretty nice, I guess. You know, we had a couple of awkward moments, but it was okay. You know, it was...
She told us about the part where she called you poor.
Really?
Oh, yeah. See, when we talk to everybody who wants to do these phone calls, we talk to her, and she thought the reason you weren't calling her back was because of that poorly timed joke. And I use the word poor, I guess. But that joke where she called you poor.
No, I mean, honestly, I thought it was a little funny.
Okay. That's good. So it wasn't that. It was whatever should have been said.
That.
All right. So what should she have said then?
Not once. Not once through the whole night does she say thanks.
She doesn't say thank you?
Yeah. I take her to a nice restaurant. I pay for the meal. Even after she makes a joke about me being poor, I pay for the meal. So nice dinner. I'm walking her to her car, and, I give her a kiss, and she doesn't say anything. There's like no reciprocation.
Did you want a thanks for the kiss too, or just for dinner?
No, well, for dinner, obviously.
Okay, because I always like girls to thank me for dinner and for the kiss. But I do understand where you're coming from. If she didn't thank you at all, that'd be pretty weird. Did she even do the, where girls kind of graciously reach for their purse to grab it, like, I'm going to pay half, and then you're like, no, don't worry.
I think she was expecting me to do it, and I was fine with doing it, but I want a little thanks afterwards, Of
course. That's understandable.
I went to the effort. Why can't you do that little thing?
So you just feel like you treated her to a really nice time, and she was ungrateful.
Yeah, so I didn't call her back because I don't really want to be with someone who's not going to be as thoughtful as I am with them.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that.
I wonder if she was thankful at all, don't you?
Well, I assume she wasn't.
Well,
I didn't hear anything.
We should ask her because she's actually on the other line listening.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh, Jesus.
Kristen?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize, Marshall. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
You can't throw it in now, I don't think, Kristen.
Are you being facetious? Because that's kind of what it sounds like.
Oh my! No, I'm saying thank you. I had a great time. I really didn't realize that I didn't thank you.
Well, I'm sorry, but where I come from, it's just those are the kinds of polite niceties that you exchange with somebody.
Listen, I guess I just spaced that night. I don't know. I mean, I really do appreciate it, and I just hope that you can forgive me.
Well, look, thank you for saying that, I guess, but really, it's too little too late, and I'm sorry, but I don't have time to go through this with somebody. I want somebody who's going to be that thoughtful, forward-thinking person.
I am a thoughtful person. I don't understand what the big deal is. I'm sorry.
Well, if you can't understand what the big deal is, I think that speaks to something about you.
Hey, she's got manners.
God,
she's saying...
Calm down. You paid with a gift certificate for crying out loud. You didn't even pay cash or credit card or nothing. It's not even like it was your money.
Well, it was my money because I received it on my birthday from somebody who gave me a present.
All right, hey, you guys, 1 second. So, Marshall, did you really pay with a gift certificate?
Yes, I paid with a gift certificate, but that has no bearing on this situation. I could have used that gift certificate in any other thing that I wanted to pay for, but I chose to use it for our dinner.
Yeah, I'm not ripping on you for that at all. Kristen, I'm asking you, did you not say thank you because you noticed that it was a gift certificate and not his actual money?
No, I'm just saying that right now because he's pissing me the off. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Marshall, don't you think you're being a little bit too hard-nosed on this thank you thing?
Yes,
well, maybe I'm
thank you.
old-fashioned, but I don't see that, you know?
This is ridiculous. I've never heard of anyone getting so hung up on thank you this one time.
Well, yeah, first it's this one time, and then, you know, in a relationship, then it becomes forgetting birthdays or not really caring about birthdays, anniversaries that you don't really give a crap about. But, you know, here I am.
Wow, it sounds like you have a lot of baggage.
You know, it's not about baggage. It's about having common courtesy for your fellow human beings. It's very simple.
And speaking of common courtesy, and I hope that you will say thank you after this, Marshall, I would love to send you guys out on a second date. Would you go out with Kristen again? I'll pay for it.
No, you don't even need to ask him because I'm not going on a second date with him.
Kristen, listen, you know nothing about manners. I do. It's rude not to at least ask. So I'm asking Marshall if he'll go out with you again.
Oh, my God.
No, I would not like to go on another date with her. And I would like to thank Kristen for losing the number that I gave her.
You're welcome, and go ahead and lose my yoga class and find another one.
It's not your yoga class, Kristen, okay?
Excuse me, the teacher is my friend, and you don't get to come anymore.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can, and you are banned from my yoga class forever.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Kristen, you lost a potential second date, and Marshall, you've lost your privileges to do yoga at her yoga studio.
Look, I don't care what she says. I'm still showing up to that class.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.